Are you new to digital art? Are you a little overwhelmed by all the futures? Then this is the video for you. I will walk you through the process of a medium to basic digital drawing step by step. There are thousands of ways to do this, but since you're looking for a little guidance, I'll show you a good and simple way to start out. Start off with choosing a big enough canvas size. You can crop it later, but right now it's more important to have enough space for your drawing and your reference. Pick the subject you want to draw and copy-paste one or more references into the canvas. I picked Anak from the anime Tower of God. Now we can begin for real. Create a new raster layer for your sketch so that you can get rid of it more easily later on. Please comment if you want a separate video on layers. Now I'm focusing on the bigger picture. Make sure to pick a bright color for your pencil tool, like blue. That way you'll know it's part of the construction work and not part of the actual picture. The most important thing here is to get the overall shape and the proportions right. You also want an exciting pose. Don't be lazy here, it's the most important step. Even pros try around a bit before they decide on a pose. Create a second raster layer for the clothes. You don't want to be erasing the lines of your superb pose now, do you? Again, choose a different color for this, so you can differentiate between the layers. I can't count the amount of numbers of times I've cursed myself for mixing them up. Create a third layer for the details of the face. They don't have to be perfect now, but you know what they should be? A different color. Do not underestimate the color code. Now we can start with the line art. It's best to make a new vector layer for this. Now you can use black, but you don't have to. Keep in mind, you're not tracing in this step. Keep the creativity flowing and don't be scared to make major changes to the piece. The most frustrating part is over now, and we can finally color it in. Make the sketching layers invisible and select the areas of your vector layer that should have the same base color with the Auto Select tool. Expand the selection by 1 pixel to avoid white lines between the color and the line art. Important, make a new layer and fill in the base colors there, not onto the vector layer. Please keep in mind it will not look good unless this layer will be put underneath the vector layer. Continue to do so with all base colors until there's no white space left. But please use a different layer for each base color. After shading, you will still be able to select the entire base that way. An alternative is to shade on a different layer, but if you accidentally mix up your layers, which you will, you can't select your base area anymore without a big hassle. Now you can shade each base area individually. This stage will probably take the longest and needs a high skill level to do well. While the previous steps were the foundation, this is when you actually bake the cake. Don't forget the background, or at least a floor to stand on. You generally do not want your characters to float in a white space for an illustration. Now that we have the cake, let's put on some icing. You'll need to experiment with the colors and values of your piece, and also with the different layer modes. Try color dodge for adding more warm sunshine, lighten for hard reflective sun, or multiply for all sorts of effects. Have fun with it, but don't go overboard. It's way too easy to do. But remember to use a new layer for the effects. Well, that's it. I hope it wasn't too long. Please tell me in the comments what topic you would like me to cover next. If you enjoyed this, please feel free to leave a like and follow to get updated with my latest videos. Bye!